This is your May 2026 lesson. We'll look at the putting first. Let's just play this thing through. So the setup seems pretty good, right? So, the eyes at first I thought were inside, but you make an adjustment at the last minute and put them right over the ball. But watch, now it's not much, but watch the lower body movement. Watch the relationship of the knees and see how you come through, and then see how the knees kind of, see that movement? Okay. You need to get that stuck in cement, and a small thing will be worse under pressure. Trust me. So what I like is you keep your head in there, so you're looking for a spot under the ball before you look up. That's good. The stroke isn't good. Okay, so as it goes back, you're kind of positioning, moving it with your arm, so it goes outside. So here's the tip. There's a tip outside. Then you cut across it, kind of hit it off the heel. And then you have, it ends up here's the with the club. So you've got a reverse arc. It should be arcing in slightly, so the line should be maybe a half-inch inside the line, and on the follow-through, half-inch inside. So you kind of wave at it, and then watch it leave the center line. It's off the heel, but if it leaves the center line that early, so you're twisting, and you can kind of move with your hands. So watch the hands. And then watch. The stroke is pretty good. I mean, it's very solid. I don't think it's been any better ever. So let's just play this thing through. Jeez. Sorry. Okay, so like we talked about, but what you need to do is get you want the putter in the middle of the stance, and then so the ball will be slightly in front of center. Okay, so what's great about this? So you take it back, so it's pointed. Whoops. So it's pointed a little left of your sternum, but I like the size of the backswing. And then you come through, and that size of backswing, and at this point, so this is good. It's pointed at your sternum. For it to be pointed left of your sternum on the backswing, you got kind of a wrist set in there. So freeze the wrists out. But the biggest thing I see is, now watch the putter, how far it moves, and watch how the shoulders don't. Now see how you're just moving your shoulders in front of your chest, and that left shoulder on the backswing, the right shoulder goes up, and the left shoulder goes down, and then vice versa. So there's not much shoulder movement. You can clean up the. Now you just have to figure out, distance. Looks pretty good. We have to make a little adjustment with the setup. We want the feet to be the left foot back a little, so more open, and the ball towards the back of the stance, almost off the right toe. Now the stroke is good, but watch how your hands leave the body. And it's so. See, at this point, the butt of the club started at that crossing, and it's now here. So it never gets any depth, And so the only way, you get close to about where it started, but you got to come in steep like this. So the club's outside. So it's going directionally left, and it's just a miracle by leaving the club face open, it actually goes right. But it's very, very tough to be consistent. Okay, so over here we forced you to get the club inside. Now watch, see how we get the butt of the club almost touching your right leg on the way back. Now, so the club's inside where it started, and now all you have to do is just kind of lay it down, and it gets right on plane, right on your forearm. Now you can do this all day long. Look at the one on the right. So you're not even close. So this is where you are. Look at the difference here. On the right, way more consistent. Now you just rotate through on the right and hit the ball. What I like is the hands go left, the club head chases the ball a bit, and see how the club face is still open? It's really good stroke. So if you clean up that, I think you got it made. The thing I saw last time was you got to work on that left shoulder getting behind the ball. Your backswing isn't total. Okay, so this is pretty good 7-iron. So perfect position there. Hands are kind of away from your body, but you kind of make up for it, except that's just not quite enough depth. It's workable. Okay, so you get into problems where you got the old, not as bad as it was, but you get up there in a pretty good spot. If you just stop it here, then you raise the elbow, get it back, and then you're dropping the hands pretty good. It's a little above the plane, and it's a late shallowing, and it gets there, and it gets there, and that's why you can play with that swing. It's going to be a little inconsistent because you got it. So your butt's coming away from the wall, but you're keeping the spine angle pretty good through impact, so that's not really affecting you much. But you can simplify the whole thing by getting to this point. Both arms are straight. See how the right arm's bending? Both arms are straight. Now it bends slightly, but that elbow should never get behind you. And that's just old programming. So it gets here, but it doesn't stop. It keeps going this way on the way down. So then it kind of hangs about 40 degrees, 38 degrees. The pros, when they're hitting well, it's like 17 or less. Now they can get by with that flying elbow, but they start the lower body faster than you can.